We have all been in tight situations before. Money's a little tight, not quite sure how to make that car payment, need food on the table, whatever. Or maybe you just want to save up for a vacation. We all deserve one, don't we? Well, my name is Anne, and I have been selling on eBay, and we are coming up on our anniversary with eBay, January 25th of 2011. So it's going to be 14 years. I sort of wanted to tell you a little bit of our background and see if it resonates with you. Maybe it will help you as well if you're thinking about selling on eBay and just getting started. We had a friend, a very good friend of ours, and he told us all about auctions, and he took us to an auction. We've never been to an auction before. Didn't know many people who went to auctions. And we went, and we're hearing this guy ramble on, like, da 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 da, and we're like, oh, I don't know about this. Well, he walked us through the whole bit, and we learned. And little by little, we learned a little bit more and a little bit more. And we started purchasing things and selling it on eBay. And let me tell you, it was a godsend because we were so tight on money, we weren't making our bills. And so at the end of the auction, they would put all this stuff on a table, the stuff that they didn't get the price that they wanted the first time around, or leftover stuff that they just didn't get to. And the crowd towards the end of the auction thins out a bit. They would take these tables and auction them off, but they'd go pretty cheap. And so we'd start buying those, and we started learning. We started learning what sells. We really got into antique clocks. We found other things. You just started to get a feel for what sold. Over time, we always had it sort of as a side hustle, turned it almost into a hobby. As things got better, we didn't need the money, but it was nice to have that come in, help with vacations or help with the kids to do different activities at school, things like that. So we kept it going. Well, over time, I ended up having some medical issues. I had cancer, and I'm a survivor. I have 5 years clean, so no worries there. But during the time, I couldn't work. I was making a really good salary. It was a high-stress job, but really good salary. And I couldn't work during treatments, so I kept selling on eBay. We never stopped selling on eBay, but I continued, and I was grateful for it because it brought in some extra income because my income wasn't coming in. And it also gave me a sense of purpose. I slept a lot during my treatments. I really couldn't focus real well on it. So I could do it sporadically, and I could do it during my own hours. It gave me the flexibility. So then I went back to my regular job, and it was an adjustment. Let's just say that. I just couldn't get back into the groove of it. So my husband encouraged me, and I finally decided it was time to take eBay to the next level, make it my full-time job. And I'm glad I did. It's been a couple years now, and we have successfully been selling full-time. We mostly sell on eBay, but we do sell on Marketplace. We'll go to flea markets, things like that as well. And it's an adjustment and a learning curve. You definitely need to be disciplined. So let's talk a little bit about some of these pros and cons though. eBay is a great side hustle. It is something that you can learn to do slowly. It can bring some extra money into the household, especially when, you need a few extra bucks. It helps you to get rid of some of the things that you've had sitting around the house for a while. But there is a learning curve to it. It isn't like you can go from never selling on eBay and then think you can go and sell full-time on eBay. It's just not going to be successful. There's a learning curve. You start getting a feel of what sells and what doesn't sell. But you'll get it over time, Let's see, what else? It's flexible. You can do it when you have time. If the kids are sleeping and you want to get a couple items listed, you can. The other thing is, as much as it can bring in a few extra bucks, it does take time. It's not an overnight success type thing. You have to do the work. What you put in is what you get out. Don't expect to try to sell 2 items and all of a sudden think that it's just gonna turn around automatically. It takes time, and there's ups and downs. There's no guaranteed money with eBay as well. I mean, there are slow seasons, there are busy seasons with eBay, with any retail type market. The economy goes bad, I'll tell you, more people start selling on eBay. But the better you get at it and the more you do with it, the more you learn, the more successful you'll be with it, just like anything else. So I do suggest that you at least give it a try. Go try to find a couple things around your house listed on eBay. Maybe it'll help you out of one of those tight spots. But another suggestion I would give you is keep learning. You're going to start learning by selling a few things around the house. Then you're going to go out and maybe pick up a couple things that you think might be able to sell as well. So in the process of learning, I think it's good to look at what other people are selling. All those YouTube sellers that share their experience with you, I would watch them. There's some good information there. So I'm going to start out by sharing some of the items that I have sold. I'm just going to bring up the list here and go through it with you one by one. Fair warning, we have a lot of records. Vinyl records, vintage vinyl records actually do pretty good. Some of them sell for $15 and some of them sell for over $1,000. So we cleaned out a storage unit that had a large amount of vinyl records in it. So we've been working on them slowly but surely. So as you see my sales, you're going to see a lot of vinyl records. So let's start with the first one. It's called Octopus. And this one sold for $40. Then we have the Blackwood Apology. Now this one was a lower one, $16.63, but they all add up. And then we had this puzzle. I already have it wrapped up. This was a sealed collection of mini puzzles, and it was sealed, so we looked it up. And this sold for $23.74. Then we have Out of the Blue. And this one, he actually bought 2 records. So he also bought Boston. So they can ship together, and we'll get those out to him today. Oh, those 2 records together sold for $55. And then this is Tom Petty for $25.20. We have Fever Tree Creation. This one sold for $21.38. Now this is a set of 2 records. It's Bob Seger and Silver Bullet Band, and these 2 records together sold for $30. And then we have Wall of Voodoo. Wall of Voodoo sold for $25. And then we have Nova. That sold for $30. Now I have these. These are really neat. These we sold for $120. These are Indian War Staff uniform buttons. They are authentic to period. These are not reproductions. They, I'll try to show you. They are original buttons. They are Indian War Staff buttons. So he is actually going to be using these at an event that's coming up, so we are trying to get them out to him as quickly as possible, so we will send those out today. The other thing is, I told you to clean out your own closets. Well, my son was getting rid of some things, needed a few extra bucks, and asked Mom and Dad if we'd be willing to sell it for him, and of course we said yes. So this is a vintage Michael Jordan jersey from when he was younger. and it is Champion. So that sold for $50. Those are our sales for today. I have to get going and get these all packaged up. What we sell, we ship next business day. And so we want to make sure we get these out. So I'm going to let you go. But I do encourage you, just try it. See if it's something that you want to do and if you'd like it. Hopefully I'll talk to you in the near future soon. I hope you have a great day. Bye-bye.